Good morning, traders. Manny Cabrera here, co-founder of NBC Trading Academy, with today's pre-market forecast for Monday, February the 7th. Let's start with our news items for this week as we preview the week. As you can see, no reports today or tomorrow. And of course, Wednesday we start obviously with crude oil informations. We closed the week with CPI information, with inflation information, unemployment information. Of course, on Friday we closed with consumer sentiments. Market a bit flat this morning because of the beginning of earnings seasons that some of the big companies start announcing today. As you can see it here clearly, the market is pretty much suspended between the support and the resistance area that we've been calling for a while. Remember, we're expecting the market to continue from the 20 SMA here, as it held above it, but it did not. It came below it once again, and we find ourselves between the rock and the hard place of 20 SMA and the compression of the 200. So this is where the market is finding itself. The market cannot continue in this direction forever. So at any moment, the market can do one of these. Like I said, it's moving sideways right now simply because of earnings seasons, but that's what we're looking for. The important thing is that volume has remained steady at 1.6. Although the HER is lower, it's still at 94, offering us plenty of range to find good positions and decent movements. Let's look a little bit more behind these numbers so we can understand what's truly happening here. Remember, we had talked about this particular support and resistance area way up here, the one I'm circling right here. Market clearly breaks below it to a previous support. Market creates a trend line to the downside. It retests it, it breaks it, and then of course it finds heavy resistance here. A bunch of really quality sellers up here pushing the market down. So sellers up here, buyers down here, and now we break the trend line, and now we're holding support. Now that's the key right there. What's going to happen within here? Well, obviously the market's going to have to decide which direction it's going to go. So any break above this, we're expecting potential runs to this level once again. Any break below here, that's when it gets interesting again, because that starts talking about retesting 200 SMA, potentially moving lower, which can create a lot of new fresh panic in the market once again. So you notice how the market is moving sideways. And if you look at today's activity, we look at the analysis chart, which is the chart that we use to make decisions on entry. You can see this is the intraday low of Friday, the intraday high of Friday. This market closed. Market sideways, totally sideways, between a very clear resistance and support, and just dancing around. As you notice, the market is pretty much moving sideways. What are we expecting? A break above this trend line, hold support and launch, or a break below the support level and potentially launch itself down to the intraday low of Friday. That's the plan for today, but as usual, make sure you don't fall in love with either side. Make sure you plan your trades, place your stops first, and let the market come to you. Take care. Have a great session. Let me know if you have any questions.